After theory, we have discussed different kind of democratic governments. So here we discuss about the kind of democratic government. So here we know the democratic government was the practical form of the theoretical statement of the democratic state, where the democratic state, it means the sovereignty of people was taken, sovereignty of the state was lies in the hand of public itself. Whole public was the sovereignty of the state. So here the different kind of the democratic government we have two types, basically the two types of democratic government. So first was direct or pure democracy. Second was indirect or representative democracy. So these are the basically two types of democratic or kinds of the democratic government. Was the first was the direct or pure democracy, second was indirect or representative democracy. So we have discussed one by one. So let's start with the direct or pure democracy. So in this, the direct and the pure democracy, the public itself so in that direct and the pure, public itself directly use the power. So they directly, so that's why the directly use, public was directly use the power, so that's why the direct. And pure, it also called as a pure democracy because it have no intermediate, and they have intermediate class of that communication from, because public itself directly use the power, so intermediate class was not there, so it have no any kind of restriction or any kind of discrimination. It was the pure form of democracy, because the democracy, the main basic themes or the underlying principle of democracy was the power of public. So that principle was followed in the direct democracy because public itself directly use the powers. So here that's called as a pure democracy also. Direct democracy also known as a pure democracy because of the public directly use the powers of the state. So in the governance power was taken by the public itself. So the power itself have, so the direct democracy, in that the public was take policies making, public takes policy decision. Policy decision may be called the makes law. Policy makes law, and appointment of administrator. So these are the appointment of the administrator or the office, administrative office. Administrator, or we call administrative office. All these work done by the public itself. They are not in taking the indirect, giving the policy decision. They are directly take the policy decision regarding the or society or large section of the population. They makes law for their own help need and the according to situations, and they appointment the different administrator which govern the better administration and the management of the particular institution, and the some institutional office also appointed by the public itself. So these are the democratic form of government is the direct and pure democracy. So now we shall move the other part. Before the other part, the direct and the pure democracy was in the ancient time in Greece. Okay, so these were the present in the Greece in the ancient time. The Greece was divided into two different states, Sparta and Athens. Within the Athens have different cities, or we called as a city states. They have followed the democratic principles. They are following the direct democracy. At the Athenian cities believe in the direct democracy. Their public was making the policy decision, making laws, and the appointment of the different administrative offices. So this is at the present time we can see at this Switzerland. At that country we have some kind of that particular Switzerland have some kind. At that particular country have different forms of government. Within the some measures form of government is the direct and pure democracy at that particular country. So in the various forms they have present the pure democracy at the Switzerland, and the direct democracy and the pure democracy in the are present for better of the small areas or population. This was basically the we called as a direct and pure democracy was possible only in the small area and the small population of the place, because in large population we could not take every individual ideas, or the maybe we called that they are every individual could not take part in the every decision making laws or appointment in the large area and the large population. That should be the restriction of the pure democracy in the present time. So this all about the pure democracy or direct democracy. Now we have the second part of that kind of democratic government was the indirect. Second was the indirect or representative democracy. By name give same the name itself giving the some suggestions, like the direct democracy they have directly appoint or they directly use the governance power. In that indirect or representative democracy, the public was not use directly governance power but with help of their representatives. So these representatives are elected on fixed intervals. So this called as a indirect democracy or the representative democracy, because public was not used directly the governance power, but in the direct democracy the public was directly use the governing power. At that indirect democracy, public was their representative. Publics choose the representative, that representative makes the government, and they are use the governance power. The representative are making government and use the governance power. So that's called, this kind of democratic government called as a representative democracy, because the representative are actually the representative of the people are taking the or use the governance power, or they are making the government. So every decision or policy and the making government, making laws, and the appointment of different administrative offices taken by these representative. The people are not giving the overviews or ideas to in the decision making. They are the voice of people are taken by the representative. In India, for example, India has the representative democracy, because in every 5-year interval India has elected the MLAs and MPs for the central government and MLAs for the state government. They are the represent the a small portion in if the state was divided into different constituencies. These constituencies have chance to elect one representative. That representative, it means the major portion of that constituency believe in that representative. That people are the communicate the voice of that public to at the government level. So that representative was elected from that particular constituencies. So that's why the indirect or representative democracy, the representatives are the taking use the governance power. So itself is clear. Now we have, according to J.S. Mill, in the indirect democracy or representative democracy, some thinkers are define the representative democracy. So first in the definitions we call the definitions of representative government or the indirect representative democracy. So first was J.S. Mill, John Stuart Mill was defining the indirect or representative democracy in their own words. So that called indirect democracy is indirect indirect democracy in such a system is such a system where where whole part of population, all part of populations use the power of the we call indirect democracy is such a system where the whole part of the population use the power of governance through its representative, power of governance governance through its represented through its representatives which are elected in interval. So these are the views about the J.S. Mills said the indirect democracy is such a system where whole part of populations use the power of governance through its representatives which are elected in the fixed interval. It means the whole part of populations was elected the representative, that representative are used the power of governance, the whole part of population use the governance through the representatives. So this called as a representative democracy according to J.S. Mill. After that, the second thinker, Lord Bryce, also defined the representative democracy. Second was that thinker also have defined the representative democracy. Democracy is the form of government in which form of not government, they have rule in which. So the democracy is the form of rule in which the governing power of populations, or maybe the state. So the democracy is the form of rule in which governing power of the state is not vested in any special class, but in member of society. So these terms, Lord Bryce said that democracy is the form of rule. It is a form of rule in which governing power of governing was considered or vested not in the special class, not a single class of the society, but in the member of society. It means the whole population of the society, that people are living in a particular society, that people consider as a member of that society. It means every individual of the society was taking the governing power of the state by their representatives. These are the words of the Lord Bryce in terms of representative democracy. Democracy is the form of rule in which governing power of the state is not vested in any special class. It means they have not, according to elite theory, the elitist theory of democracy believe the elite class of the society was concentrate the power of the governing power of the state. So, but Lord Bryce said the governing power of the state was not in the special class, not only elite, but also in the member of the society. So here the Lord Bryce, and after that Dicey also views on the representative democracy. So third was the Dicey. The democracy, it believed that democracy is a kind of governing. Democracy is kind of governing system in which So Dicey said the democracy is the kind of governing system in which the most part or major part or the major part of society part of society of the nations. The democracy is the kind of governing system in which most part of the nations act as a rule acts as a ruler. Okay, so the most part of nation is the major member. It means the member of society or the large portion of the population of the particular country act as a ruler. It means they have used the power of governing used by the major part of the or most part of the nations. So after that they have Sile also. Fourth was Sile. Democracy is the kind of rule in which everyone takes part, everyone takes part. So these are the Siles said that democracy is the kind of rule in which everyone takes part. Here the most portion of the population is the everyone. In the terms of most, it means that every person of the society as a ruler, or here the everyone kind of rule in which everyone takes part in the rule. So it's after that fifth scholar or thinker Abraham Lincoln. Democracy is the form. Abraham Lincoln democracy is a government of people, by people, and for people. So according to Abraham Lincoln, democracy is a government of people. It means by the people or for the people. So these are the key terms of that definitions: of the people, by the people, or for the people. It means the government was formed by the people. They are for the, it means that taking decision according to needs or desires, or there may be the issues of the people or of the people. It means among the people are making the governments. So these are the different scholars giving the definition of the representative democracy. So we have discussed the two types of democratic government, or may be called a kind of democratic government: direct or pure democracy, and the second was indirect or representative democracy. So after that we have discussed theories, the actual elements of the democracy, theories, and the kind of democratic government. Now we have discussed the features of democracy. So within the what particular characteristic or uniqueness present in the democracy. So here the features or the important characteristic of the democracy. The first one is the all about the people's government. People's government. In the democracy, so we have already know about the in democracy the government was formed for the people, of the people, by the people, according to Abraham Lincoln. And the Seeley also said that democracy is the kind of rule in which everyone takes parts. So different thinker J.S. Mill also said that most of population or every individual of the society was taking part in or use the power of governance through the representative. It's representative. So the people's government. It means the government was formed by the people or controlled by the people in the democracy. As a system of governance, democracy is the government of all people. It means that all people are taking part in the making the governments through the representative. For example, India have in general election every individual or eligible individual have right to vote according to their will. So that individual are also take part in the through vote in the form of government. After that, the second was the government by the people. Maybe we called as a government by the people. By people. So the making by the government, the people are make the government. After that, government was controlled by the people, and if have necessary that particular government should not work according to that or according to people needs or issues could not solve out by that government. So people have right to demolish the particular government through the elections. So this was also important feature of democracy. Government is formed by people in a democracy. In this, people elected their representative. That representative are making the governments. So these representative, if not fulfilling the people's wish or they have kind of issues of that particular society not resolved by that representative, in the next election that people are maybe demolish the particular representative in the election. So this all about the government by the people. After that, democratic government itself and but means, it means democratic government was not itself and is a means, or we in short democratic government was a means, okay, not a end itself. So in that it means the democratic state have sovereignty was lie in the hand of people. In the democratic government, every individual are taking part in the government decision directly or indirectly. Maybe directly it means they are giving some writings to their representative, and that representative that particular voice at the platform or at the parliament or the cabinet ministry, so that they are directly or indirectly. But that democratic government was a means, not a end, because democracy was not a product of final outcome. It was the process from that every individual protection of individual rights. So the means, so every individual protection of individual rights or freedom. So in the protection of individual right or freedom should be use the democratic principle or the democratic procedure or a democratic process in the protection of individual rights or liberty, not a outcome of that. They are the process. Or after that, strengthening the increasing public welfare. Increase public welfare. Public welfare. It means because the government was formed by the public, so government was liable to welfare of the public. So here they are the means of the democratic government is the protection of the individual right and freedom and the increasing public welfare. Increase public welfare. These are the, after that, welfare of the people. So it will be government was answerable to government answerable to people. It means the people are elected their representative to solve the problems or the issues or the need of the particular populations. So in that, if the government or that particular representative are not taking the appropriate actions regarding that problem or issues or the need of that populations, at that time the people are asked that questions, what are the progress, if they are not getting the appropriate attention of that views, so now people are giving the demolish that particular government in the next election through vote, because major vote of the population was elected that government. So if the people are not giving the vote that particular representative, it means that representative are not taking in the part of formation in the government. So these are the, so that's government answerable to the people. The democratic government accept the principal power of the theory of the power of people. It means that every individual are taking part in the democracy. So here the, without the government was not answering the particular questions or the particular need or particular issue of the people, so the people have the power to demolish the government in the next election through the votes. So these are the, after that, democracy is the evolving system, and final was the not a, because we have need the democracy government was the means, not an end. It means they have evolving process. Democracy evolving process. It means the democracy are evolving from time to time. In the ancient time, we have discussed the democracy all about the individualistic democracy. It means that in democracy, individual have very important role to take the right, duties, and they may have enjoy the freedom. After that, individualistic democracy to liberal democracy. After the welfare democracy. It means they have starting from individualistic, or at that present time we have ruled by the welfare democracy. In the next coming years or next generation, they have maybe evolved in the further stage. So these are the individualistic, every individual have importance. At the liberal state, they have given the liberty to individual and the community to take freedom, enjoy the freedom, take the rights and duties. And the welfare state democracy, it means the state have given the privilege to underprivileged society, so that underprivileged society or marginal society can be uplifted at the mainstream level of people. So these are the features of the democracy. So from 1st to 5, the people's government, government by the people, democratic government was as a means, not a democratic government as a means, not a, and government answerable to the people, and the democracy was evolving process. Democracy was evolving, not a, and protect is the changing from time to time. So thank you.